are watching and or listening to the second ever Nomadic Rantathon, last Rantathon that we had, which was actually the OG original Rantathon 2.0, was so controversial and so angry and had so much ranting in it that YouTube canceled me. So we're going to do this again. We're going to rant about a lot of shit. And that is what I am here to do today with the second ever Nomadic Rantathon. And we're going to slam stuff. I'm going to say, it's my turn to talk because it is time to rant. It is time to get angry. Time to get angry. So, what do we have to rant about today? Well, first up, I have to say that I unfortunately had to start this rant a little bit disappointed because I came here late. I came on the stream late. I was supposed to be here at 7 p.m. PST, but I had to get milk from the store because I ran out of milk. Okay, I'm not really that mad about that, but it is mildly disappointing. So, we've got Shoes of a Champion. Let me talk to ya. And Rexus Prime in the chat. This should be epic. We've got more to rant about, though. Another thing I want to talk about is the weather. I'm angry today because it has been raining. We were rained out of work. I wanted to work for a little bit longer and make a little bit more money, but we could only work for 3 hours today because it rained and we couldn't spray the herbicide. So that is also mildly irritating. Another thing that I want to rant about, and this is kind of a big deal, and I know that I've talked about this issue a couple of times in the past, but skip. There's still furry drama going on in Utah. Yes, that's right. Let me pull up this news report real quick. 1 second. So, guys, you guys already know what I think of this situation. I'm looking at this on USA Today. Here's the thing: it is just baffling. Still, it is baffling to me. It is baffling to me how many kids can start up a rumor and then target it at a group of people. And now, don't get me wrong, some of these kids are this stupid girl who is on her hands and knees like a doggy, and she has a girlfriend and she has a leash on, and I'm like, well, what did you expect was gonna happen? Of course you're gonna get bullied over that, dummy. Yeah, but no, it's the kids' fault for recording them, apparently. Now that situation, that single situation is crazy. But on the other hand, you've also got some crazy Andrew Tate stans that like to really troll, and they like to spread rumors about people. And I don't like bullies, man. I don't like bullies. So let me know your take on the drama in the chat. Why is my camera lagging the fuck out? Because I have a shitty Wi-Fi, bro. Well, we got Drake Dragon, Rexus Prime, Shoes of a Champion, and now Drake Dragon in the chat. Is it doing any better, Rexus? Let me pull up Discord real quick. Or just text in the comments if it's better. Text in the comments if it's getting any better. Because it shouldn't be lagging out. It didn't lag out last time, and I was using the hotspot. It might be because I have USA Today pulled up. I can delete that. I didn't really need it that much. Because there's really not much. There's not too much news, but the situation's still going on, and it's crazy that it's lasted this long. But yeah, let me know if it's still lagging out or not. Well, it kind of is. I'm sorry, bro. I mean, it is what it is. At the end of the day, it's like maybe it's YouTube trying to fuck with the camera. Maybe YouTube. Speaking of YouTube, I wanted to rant about some other more serious things as well. One of the things that I wanted to rant about was that on my last video, which discussed what was going on in Utah, YouTube deleted the comment section for no reason. And Rexus Prime noticed it. I know you noticed it, bro. I know you noticed it. But they deleted my comment section. And that is just baffling. Because I didn't do that much bad. Maybe it was because I cracked a cold one in the video, and that's not PG, Taz. But I don't know, Skip. I don't know. I think it's a little weird because I've seen like Aaron Raw videos where he cracks a cold one, and the comment section's still there. So we'll see. YouTube is being a jerk. That's what's going on there. YouTube's being a jerk. And I can't do anything. I checked the settings in the app, the YouTube app. I checked the fucking settings, and guess what? It said the comments are still up. But when I go to the actual video, nobody can comment. Because there's kids. Yeah, but like, I don't think any of the kids in the video that I showed had their faces, like, I thought their faces were obscured, remember? From the video, at least by the news source, to protect kids. I mean, it is but still, you know, the faces were obscured in the video. I don't get it. Another thing that I wanted to rant about is I posted a poll a while ago that said, do you guys want to see the Nomadic Cole debate? And I'm guessing some trolls or something found the post, just saw the post and decided to troll it and vote no. So if you're against the trolls and you haven't voted in the poll already, and if you want to see Nomadic Cole debate, honestly, then go vote. Give it a yes on that poll. Simple. YouTube is retarded. It is. Dude, if I could leave YouTube and go to a better platform, I would. That's why I tried Rumble, right? That's why I tried Rumble. And by the way, the Rumble is still up. It's still at Nomadic Cole on Rumble. I have Dexter Midnight DMing me for some reason. He's sending me some memes, I'm guessing. Yeah, some memes. But I know you already said yes. I'm not talking to you, Rexus, but like some trolls found the video and or not the video, the post, and they trolled it. But you know what? We're still gonna do debate later on anyways, regardless, just to spike the trolls, I'm guessing, because fuck those guys. I don't care what they think. They're just trolls. They're just doing what trolls do. But that's unfortunate that they had to troll my post. I think that was kind of fucked up. But yeah, that's another thing that I wanted to rant about. Let's see what else I wanted to rant about. Oh, here's another thing I wanted to rant about. WWE wrestling. Something that went on recently in WWE wrestling that my friend Shoes of the Champion would know about. Hold on. Rex Prime says, hell nah. Cathalaban just became Matt Pat from Game Theory. Uh-oh. I'm going to type this. Now, I'm Matt Pat from Game Theory, Cathalaban. Yeah. But anyways, what was I on about again? Trying to think what it was about. I did that a few months ago, and it was funny. A Game Theory. Yeah, a Game Theory. Oh, YouTube. Oh, I think we'll talk about Rumble. You know what? We'll move some. Oh, we were doing WWE earlier, but we'll talk about Rumble first because I didn't get to shout out my Rumble. My Rumble is at Nomadic Cole on Rumble. If you haven't checked it out yet, it only has 3 followers because Rumble's algorithm fucking sucks. I mean, it's nothing special. It's just re-uploads from this channel. I'll see if I can do Rumble exclusives in the future. But, I mean, let's just be honest, Skip. Rumble also is a crappy platform in itself. Because of just it's not user friendly, first of all, and second of all, it takes forever to get videos transmitted from YouTube over to Rumble. Like, it takes freaking hours. And then lastly, their algorithm sucks. They don't recommend nothing to anybody. And I think Rumble is just a gimmick at this point, like how Getter was, because of just how bad Rumble is. And it's not user friendly. That's another thing down towards it. It's not user friendly. It's so much more of a confusing system to get a video uploaded there than it is here on YouTube. And granted, YouTube's had the head start in video making platforms. But still, you'd think Rumble would take a tip or two from YouTube and make it a lot, simpler and more streamlined to upload videos. But no, Rumble wants to do it their own weird, strange way. And it's very hard to find success on the platform. 1, due to less amount of people being on the platform. And 2, due to the algorithm not pushing content to people. I mean, I know I have a couple of other friends on Rumble who also, have the same stuff. The Hard R Shop is a Stellar Blade is based, and Stellar Blade is based. They want it gone. I hope they keep it because it'll piss people off. I think it would be funny if they do keep it and it does piss people off, and it should, because it's not for SJWs. It's a video game, bro. It's a video game. It shouldn't. It's not for SJWs. It's not. Another thing I wanted to rant about though was WWE and Shoes of a Champion knows what happened. LA Knight, was eliminated from the #1 contendership by AJ Styles a couple weeks ago. So AJ Styles is now the #1 contender, even though really nobody wants to see this except for a handful of marks. I think Triple H, as far as booking is going, is being a dummy. Yeah. But on the other hand, you have to admit, I mean, Cody Rhodes isn't just going to lose the title in his first defense, and it would be a waste of LA Knight if he goes and fights for the title and, loses to Cody Rhodes. It would kind of be burying LA Knight anyways. But you tell me what you think. A video game with a female protagonist with that big booty cake. You know what that reminds me of? You know what that reminds me of? It reminds me of this meme. Hold on, let me put it up. I'm gonna pull up a meme real quick, guys. This is what Rex's Prime just reminded me of. Let me just type it out. Hold on, just a sec. All right, let's put this here. Yeah, we'll put this here. Oh shit. Hold on. Just a sec. I still gotta pull up this meme. I'm still trying to figure out how to easily switch from one to another. But they make it a tough process, unfortunately. He said, yeah, love the video games. And then I lost my virginity. That's what Shoes of a Champion says. That's from MJF, Maxwell Jacob Friedman. I think LA Knight's better than MJF, but I think he would agree because your name is Shoes of a Champion. Yeah, used to be Ruck Fools, but yeah, we're gonna pull up this meme that Rex's Prime reminds me of.
To be honest, I like all women. Dark skin, the best.
You like black girls?
I love black girls, man.
What do you love about them?
Sometimes I like their big booties jiggling.
That one's for you, Rexus. So hopefully you thought that was pretty funny. That was a pretty funny meme from a VR chat that I saw a while ago. And I just thought that your comment kind of reminded me of that. Dexter Midnight is in the general chat of the Discord. Yeah. I agree with you, Dexter, if you're ever watching this video. If you're ever watching this video. LMAO. Yeah. Let's talk about the Trump trials. Donald Trump, WWP's been dropping the ball with LA Knight for months. I could care less about soy boy Cody Rhodes. Yeah, him, he's got to give the title to his mommy because he can't. His daddy's dead. Yeah, it's a big sob story character. That's what Cody Rhodes is. I don't get what WWE is about with the sob stories. And I haven't given a shit about AJ Styles for a while, for years. I mean, yeah, AJ Styles hasn't been good since like what? That initial run where he was saying beat up John Cena because that was supposed to be edgy in the PG era. Yeah, it was like the last time he was really relevant. I mean, he's been on the mid card ever since that Super Cena feud, where he lost at the end of the day. So yeah, there's that as well. Anyways, let's move on to the Donald Trump situation. Let's see what the news is with that. Some takeaways from it. It is day 8. Wow. Surprised. Jury sees a paper trail. Trump lawyers tries to puncture Pecker's credibility. Prosecutors try to reestablish Pecker's credibility. Why is his name Pecker? Does he have a long one? He ain't getting nobody to suck it. He was a decent mid-carder in TNA. He's no LA Knight. Yeah. I remember Douglas MacArthur saying that for a long while. I'm referring that to Dexter Midnight and General 1. I mean, we only have one general, chat. But yeah. Trump cracks a smile for his longtime assistant. Defense tries to humanize with Trump. What the fuck, CNN? CNN is dirt sheet media trying to what is this? Humanize Trump? That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. How are you gonna humanize someone who's already human? Okay, and why is it trying to humanize Trump? Okay, this is dirt sheet media 101. That's something else that you gotta rant about. It's fucking dirt sheet media, man. It's so annoying. How they try to smear people. Trump derangement syndrome 101 right there. That's Trump derangement syndrome. Now, as for this trial, I think the judge looks like he's from fucking Fraggle Rock, and it's a little sus that one of Biden's managers is testifying against Donald Trump. Let's be honest, this whole thing is a wash. It's all going to be done in a matter of days, and then it's going to go to an appeals court, and then it's going to get shut down in appeals court. It's all just lawfare to keep Trump from from campaigning. It's all just lawfare to keep Donald Trump from campaigning. I'm not surprised, motherfucker. I'm not surprised. Let's look at some fucking Joe Biden news. Because Joe Biden's been quiet recently. Joe Biden has been quiet recently. He doesn't, to be fair, he doesn't do much. You can't break what's already broken. The old hobo from Gravity Falls. I can't remember his name. I can't remember his name either. Are you talking about Grunkle Stan? That might be it. I used to watch that show. Oh. Here's the big news that happened recently. What the fuck? Okay, I'll get to one and then I'll do the other. So apparently Joe Biden's actually gonna debate. I'm a little shocked that he actually wants to debate Donald Trump. I mean, it would look bad if he didn't. But people could kind of understand. No, not Grunkle Stan. Okay, but people would kind of understand if he didn't debate because he's so old and elderly and he can't even stand trial, according to some documents that were released not too long ago. But apparently he really wants to debate. He told Howard Stern that he's happy to debate Donald Trump. You know what's gonna happen when Joe Biden gets in a debate? He's gonna go, well, I fell into a bog when I was a little boy, and it preserved me, man. And then some Dutch settlers pulled me out in the 1500s, man. And then sometimes my arms fall off, man. And then I met Corn Pop. That's going to be Joe Biden during the debate. He's gonna get destroyed. And Trump's not that great of a debater. Like, let's be honest, he's not that good at debating. He just insults people the whole time. But he's gonna get slammed by Donald Trump. It's not even gonna be fair, Skip. It's not even gonna be fair. Now throw RFK Jr. into the mix, and both of them are getting destroyed. Hashtag debate Bobby. My butt's been wiped. Joe Biden, no joke, he actually said that. But I mean, it's America. Trump destroying Biden is going to be entertaining. I mean, it will be entertaining watching Donald Trump say "Sleepy Joe" on the debate stage. That'll be funny. We know at least he's debating for sure. That's what we do know. But according to a recent Quinnipiac poll, I think we're going to see Kennedy debate because he's now polling at 16%, and the you need to be at 15% or above that to be in the debate stage. So now he is above 16%, although other polls in the past have had him in the 20s and 22s, and I think even the more RFK-friendly polls have had him even almost in the 30s, the low 30s. He gets to 34% in any state, and he wins a state. And he's got a few months left before the election. About 4.5-ish more months before the debates start. So we'll see. We'll have to see. It'll be exciting to watch. And let's talk about this news as well. Biden changes his walking routine to Marine One, which is the helicopter. Oh boy. It's silly. It's silly at how the news wants to report on this, of all things. It's sad that Joe Biden has to change his walking routine to avoid falling down. Because that nothing shows more weakness for a country than when your president, a light breeze comes in and your president falls on his ass. That's all I got to say about that. I just think it's dumb. It's dumb that we got to report on something like that. It's very silly. And let's get to some let's get to some Kennedy campaign news as well. Recently, the other week, multiple Kennedys came out in support for Joe Biden. I mean, it was 6 of them. Apparently, 12 of them signed the thing, a little paper or whatever, of support for Joe Biden. I almost said Joe Shiesty there for a second. But yeah, I mean, these guys work. Most of these guys work for Joe Biden, and then there's let's just look. I mean, and then there's Kathleen Kennedy. Nobody gives a fuck about what Kathleen Kennedy has to say. Okay, she's a fucking author. She doesn't have a real say in politics. Okay, nobody gives a fuck what Kathleen Kennedy has to say. The fact that just because she's a Kennedy, she married into the fucking family. Okay, she is not that bright. She's not that bright, Skip. She's not that bright. I mean, it's stupid. I mean, all 6 Kennedys came out to support Joe Biden, and let's be honest, this does absolutely nothing to change the poll. Anyone who actually was supporting Kennedy isn't going to change their mind because the 5 people who work for Joe Biden and 1 Hollywood executive author/producer, yeah, she's been running Disney and Star Wars. Exactly. Some Hollywood executive producer that married into the Kennedy family. Nobody gives a fuck about their opinion. Okay? Nobody does. These guys aren't even really directly related to the Kennedys anyways, except for one of them, which I think is John something. John something. But he's related to, he's the grandson of JFK, but I think JFK would be really ashamed in his horrible political takes. I mean, he's been writing the Kennedy name for years and hasn't done anything. Hollywood's all out of touch. You're out of touch. You're out of sight time. Na, na, na. You know that song? Yeah. That's what I think about Hollywood. They're out of touch, Skip. Out of motherfucking touch. But what do you guys think? I think everybody here agrees that Hollywood is out of touch. Let's talk about the fucking roads. Recently we had an infrastructure bill passed. Let me just look at the date. Let me just look at the date of when it was passed. Pretty recently we had an infrastructure bill passed. Not too long ago. And yet the roads are still shitty. News in Ukraine. Yeah, YouTube is being stupid. YouTube's stupid, bro. But, I'm going to rant a little bit about the infrastructure here because I was driving on the road today and there was fucking so many potholes. Like, it's insane how many potholes are on this damn road, man. I'm trying to drive home. It's a pretty decently sized drive, long drive. And I must have saw at least 20 or 30 potholes on the way. And these are big potholes. We just recently had an infrastructure bill passed not too long ago. And yet we can't fix some potholes? We can't fix potholes, bro? They're potholes. You just fill them up with some more cement. Not hard to fix. Maybe put an asphalt bandage on it. But no, they're going to waste their money on stupid shit. Like allowing county council members to be drunk on the job. Stupid. As Randy Orton said, stupid, stupid, stupid. Stupid. It's dumb. It is so incredibly crazy how we can't get any infrastructure done. And these are big potholes. They're so big that you just have to tank them. You're driving on the road. If you try to swerve around them, you're going to be swerving into oncoming traffic. So you just have to tank them and hope your suspension on your car or truck isn't fucked in the ass. I'm so tired. So absolutely tired of how bad the infrastructure is. It's crazy. Now let's talk about what's going on in Ukraine. Let's talk a little bit about that. And YouTube shouldn't be censoring you for what you're talking about in Ukraine. Let's be honest. What's going on in Ukraine is a crazy situation. It's a crazy situation. And it's all because NATO wants to expand ever more. You want to solve what's going on in Ukraine? Vote for RFK Jr. because he's going to restore the Minsk Accords. That's what I have to say about that. Because nobody else is going to do anything about Ukraine. Donald Trump says, let Russia do whatever the hell they want. Joe Biden wants a war with Ukraine. He wants to expand NATO, all the way to Russia's doorstep. You want to stop war? There's a real anti-war candidate. There are cartels in Mexico, and they might spill into the U.S. They already have spilled into the U.S., bro. Watch Breaking Bad. We should be more focused on protecting our border instead of laundering money through Ukraine and Israel. I agree. I don't have any problems with that. None of that is problematic. Absolutely none of that is problematic, bro. And let's talk about Israel too. Before we finish up this video, let's talk a little bit. Let's talk about it. About Israel. what's going on over there? What's really going on in Israel? I could do a brief little summary of what's going on. What's going on in Israel is the real victim of this war. It's not Israel. It's not Hamas. You know who it is? It's the civilians. I stand with Enes Kanter Freedom, the basketball player, and his take that we really need to be helping out the civilians, and Israel should really change up their strategies, and America really needs to stop laundering money through them and needs to stop, maybe cut a little bit of funding, not a crazy amount, but enough to get the message across is what I'm saying. Enough to let them know, hey, you can't go carpet bombing villages. You can't artillery barrage schools and playgrounds. And Israel's strategies should change to you should be able to tear gas these tunnels. Unfortunately, the U.S. thinks tear gas is a war crime, even though almost every military in the world prepares for tear gas situations. And it is not a war crime. It shouldn't be a war crime to use tear gas because this stuff is not. It is not lethal. It is It is a non-lethal gas that irritates people's eyes and nose and sinuses. If people were allowed to tear gas the tunnels, if Israel were allowed to tear gas the tunnels, then you could get Hamas out of the tunnels so much easier than just trying to bomb these tunnels. Not only that, but you also have so much less of a risk of harming hostages or harming civilians that are taken into the tunnels. But no, the UN would try to condemn them for that. Unfortunately, I think it's stupid. There should also be more no-knock raids and targeted drone strikes, not untargeted drone strikes, but actually targeted drone strikes with a MQ-1, I believe, or MQ-9, an MQ-9 Reaper, or maybe a MQ-1C, or maybe a MQ-1C Gray Eagle. What is the Predator drone? MQ-9A Reaper, yeah. MQ-1C or MQ-9, MQ-9. You should use that. Rexus Prime says they believe in the same God. Well, yeah, they're Abrahamic, of course. They basically believe in the same God. They believe in this. They believe in this God that, snapped his fingers, got the universe made in like a day, but not a day, but in like 7 days. They all believe Old Testament stuff. They believe in a global flood and whatnot. It's YouTube censored your comment again. Guess I'll have to say it in the certain bro. YouTube does not like you, man. I don't know what it is about YouTube, man. They're so crazy. But they all, yeah, you're right. They believe in essentially the same God with some differences in religious dogmas and a couple different books. Jews read the Torah, Christians only read the Bible, but they have the amendment called the New Testament. Muslims have the Quran. They also read the Old Testament as well. Muslims actually see Jesus as a prophet. Christians believe Jesus is God in the flesh, and Jews don't believe Jesus is anything at all other than a rabble-rouser. Those are really the main differences of the religions. But yeah, unfortunately, they're at war with each other all the time over these petty things, and I think it's just really dumb. I think it's just old men who don't know anything about the world who are just fighting over petty religious differences. They should talk about it. They should talk about these things. They shouldn't be dropping bombs on each other. But that's just not how it is. And unfortunately, in this cruel, cruel world, man, it's just it ain't right. It ain't right. And yeah, that's pretty much all I've got to rant about today. I hope you guys enjoyed this rantathon. Let me know if there's anything else that in the future you want me to rant about. Put it down in the comments below. And guys, again, be sure you guys leave a like, leave a comment, share, and of course subscribe for more Nomadic Cole content and more rantathons just like this one in the future. Nomadic Cole is signing off. Good night, Rexus Prime. Good night, everybody else watching in the chat. Have a good one. See you guys on the next one. This is Nomadic Cole.